Mitchell Robinson missing the rest of the season leaves a big void for the Knicks starting five and the Knicks team as a whole. But yesterday, the Knicks had a sneaky big man signing that might help out for the rest of the season. All that and much more on the Knicks Digest. What's up, guys? It's your boy Dariel from Knicks Digest. And before I move on to today's video, want to wish everybody a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you celebrate. Happy holidays. But moving on to today's video, like I said in the beginning, the Knicks had a signing where they signed a big man, Dmytro Skapintsev. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. They signed him yesterday to a two-way contract. Now, the big man is 25 years old. Currently, he's averaging 5.9 points, 4.3 rebounds, 1.7 assists, and 1.2 blocks in the 13 games this season for the Westchester Knicks. He was also a part of the championship team that won the G League Winter Showcase Cup, averaging 8.4 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 1.7 assists in the 27 games, which he started 8 of them last season as a member of the Westchester Knicks. Now, during the 2022-2023 G League Showcase Cup, he registered 4.3 points, 4.1 rebounds. He played over 14 minutes in 15 games, and in three of those games he started. He appeared in 5 games for the Summer League in the Vegas, where he averaged 7.4 points, 6.6 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 1.8 blocks over 17 minutes. Now, I've also watched a YouTube video on Dmytro, and just some takeaways. Big man, he's agile. Ambidextrous, nice little back to the basket type game. He has a nice little mid range. When I say he could put the ball on the floor, I'm not saying that he has handles like Kyrie Irving, but if you do need him to go get a bucket, I wouldn't depend on it, but he would be able to do it. Now, obviously, the Knicks are signing Dmytro because as far as big man on the Knicks, we are in dire need. Taj Gibson is the second big man on the team, and he's getting rotational minutes now. At 38 years old, Taj Gibson is a great player. He's a great veteran, but if we're depending on him for minutes, we're in a little bit of a trouble. So now that Mitchell Robinson has been out and for the rest of the season, Isaiah Hartenstein has moved up into the starting 5. And of course, Jericho Sims was the starter, but Jericho Sims just sprained his ankle. He's going to be out for about 2 to 3 weeks. So now Isaiah Hartenstein is moving into the starting lineup. Taj Gibson is going to be the big man coming off the bench. So before we signed Dmytro, we only had 2 big men. But now that we signed Dmytro, we're going to have 3 big men. Dmytro is going to be the third string big man. At least at this point, we just need bodies. We just need bodies on the bench and on the team. We can't have Julius Randle sliding into the center position. That's just going to mess up all the rotations. That's just going to mess up the flow of the game. And Julius Randle, he's our only power forward on the team. So if we slide him into the center spot, who we're gonna have playing power forward, and then Julius Randle's gonna be mismatched. He's gonna get fouls called on him, and he's gonna be taken out of the game. So we, at this point, like I just said, we need bodies on the team. Now, what I do want to focus on, a video that my guy Chris. Shout out Chris, happy holidays. My guy Chris put out a few days ago talking about free agents, big man free agents that are around roaming that the Knicks can look into. So in the video, Chris came up with a few names. We talking about Blake Griffin, Frank Kaminsky, Willie Hernangomez, Gorgie Yang, Dwayne Dedman, Myers Leonard, Willie Cauley-Stein. Now, amongst all these names, people might gravitate towards Willie Hernangomez because he was a former Knick, played for Coach Tibbs. He knows the rotations. He knows the substitution patterns. He just knows the flow that Coach Tibbs likes to coach. But one name that actually I gravitated towards is Willie Cauley-Stein. Willie Cauley-Stein, unfortunately, has never been able to really find a great situation when he was in the league. He was with Sacramento. I believe he played for Dallas last season or 2 seasons ago. And I'm not sure if it was because of the expectations put on him. I believe he was drafted 6th when he was in the NBA draft. Coming out of Kentucky, obviously when you're in Kentucky, you get all the hype. John Calipari, and he was part of the team where Kentucky was just always, they were expected to make a deep national run, going to the Final Four, winning a championship. So whenever you have that Kentucky hype coming into the league, you have a little bit of pressure, seeing if you're gonna pan out. But Willie Cauley-Stein is interesting because he's 7 foot, athletic, agile, could definitely get up and down the floor. Now, if you're looking for him to, if you're expecting him to give you buckets and to help on the offensive end, that's not Willie Cauley-Stein's game. Willie Cauley-Stein's game is actually a defensive. I don't want to say an anchor, but he could definitely add to your defensive unit. He's athletic enough to be able to move his feet, and he's not afraid to go up for blocks. And as far as right now, what we just need bodies in order to help Isaiah Hartenstein and Taj Gibson not feel completely spent, because with the signing of Dmytro, and if we get another big man, then we're not going to put all this pressure on Hartenstein and Taj Gibson. So we need more bodies that are able to just come into the game, and if they have an effect, that'll be the cherry on top. But if they come into the game, do their job, that's all we need them to do. We're not expecting them to have a Jeremy Lin type of ascension, that was an anomaly. Knicks fans, we're still crying over that. We still wanted him to stay. But as far as signing a big man, we just need someone to be stable, give us good minutes whenever they come in, box out, get rebounds. If hustle points, if you're able to make a great impact on the team, that'll be a chef's kiss. Other names that my guy Chris threw out: Myers Leonard, Dwayne Dedmon, Frank Kaminsky, Blake Griffin. I mean, as far as the other names, Myers Leonard does I gravitate towards him. Dwayne Dedmon last season played with the Miami Heat, but I heard there was some off the court issues with Dwayne Dedmon, so I'm not sure if he might be the best option. He might have stuff going on off the court that might be affecting him, his ability to play on the court. Myers Leonard, a few seasons ago, he was on a live stream and he said some not so nice things, and that's kind of hindered his career to coming back to the NBA. So I don't know if he has all that stuff figured out, but if he hasn't, we don't really want to bring that kind of energy into the team. So honestly, man, it's not a long list as far as free agent big men that are out there that we can sign. Blake Griffin, like, he's undersized. Frank Kaminsky, no, I'm sorry. Frank Kaminsky, you were an NBA player. I respect that. But as far as like coming into the team and maybe having a certain type of impact, I'm not sure Frank Kaminsky is going to be able to meet that. Of course, we have the option of trading. The trade deadline is coming up. The last few days, I've been listening to different podcasts, and a couple different names have come up. Andre Drummond has come up. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the contracts are looking like. I'm not sure for how much money he signed, for how long. All I know is I'm just talking about the talent itself. Again, if you're in the comments killing me about the contracts and how are we going to trade for Andre Drummond when the contracts don't even match up, again, the contract stuff, I don't know. I am just talking about the eye test. I'm old school. I go with the eye test. As far as Andre Drummond, if we're able to get Andre Drummond would be able to give us what we need. He is a good enough rotational player that we can depend on for rebounds, for blocks, giving us good minutes. Now, you can't throw the ball down to him on the block to get us a point, but he's kind of like Mitchell Robinson, where he's going to get his points off of hustle points, off of alley-oops. And Andre Drummond at a time was looked at as the best rebounder in the league. Shoot, he even made a couple All-Star games because of his rebounding prowess. Now, if we get Andre Drummond or a big like that, that'll definitely help out the team, and that'll help us coast up until the playoffs. Because honestly, right now, like I keep saying, we just need bodies, and we just need to be able to get to the playoffs. Because with this type of team, Jalen Brunson and his type of talent, Julius Randle, with the way he's playing this season, we just need this team to get to the playoffs, and then we need to see what we can do in the playoffs. But if we don't have a sufficient amount of bodies, specifically big men, that are going to help lower the load for Julius Randle, for Isaiah Hartenstein, then by the time we get to the playoffs, those guys are going to be spent. Those guys are going to be wiped. So if we could get bodies, if we could get rotational players just to help out with that, then I think we have a really good chance. Now, that's it for today's video, guys. But before I sign off, I want to wish Dimitro all the luck in the world. Playing in the G League for a while, and if you get that call up, I've never been in the NBA, so I can only imagine what he's going through, getting the call up to come to the Knicks. So, man, just do your thing, and whatever minutes, whatever opportunities you get, just go out there. And if we Knicks fans, if we see you get minutes, and we see you playing hard, we're going to root for you no matter what. So you got all of our luck on this side from Knicks Digest. But until next time, guys, we'll check you on the next video. Happy holidays and peace.